Hello everybody, this is Jennifer at Creative Art Spark, and I had so much fun showing you this little tiny journal that I thought I would do a flip through of what I've done in my Possibilitarian journal that I have made from Elizabeth Craft Designs dies, Kraft-Tex, and Cat Kerr's Possibilitarian stamp and stencil set. So this is the front cover and the back cover. I did not decorate the inside covers, but this is done with embossing powders, different inks and paints and stencils, and I just had a lot of fun decorating the cover. So now let's look at the inside, and it's a mixture of stamps, just crazy things that I've made and didn't have anywhere specified that I was going to use it, so I glued it in. I decorated pages and scribbled on pages and just had tons and tons of fun. So hopefully this will be some inspiration for those of you that are like me and are novices at art journaling. This, I hope, will show you that anybody can do it, because if I can do it, you certainly can do it. So here we go. So this is my first page. These were left over from my All-to-New Level 1 challenge. These are flowers that I made out of book pages and then stamped and inked, and so I glued them on. Here's some leaves that I had jelly pressed and then cut out that were left over from that same challenge. So I thought that made a pretty beginning cover for this. This book has got 3 signatures in it, and they're removable because they're in there with elastic bands. I did finally decide, they were all loose leaf, and I decided to sew them, and I didn't pay attention, so some of them are sewn a little crooked, but that's okay because this is for me and nobody else. It's just my little journal to have fun with. So here's this spread. This was it was December the 16th. I had started dating my pages, and that's important to do, even though I forget to do it a lot of time. It is important to date your pages. That way when you look back, you know when you made your page. It says, "Let it snow. I cannot wait till Christmas. I want to see my babies," because at that point in time we were thinking that our daughter and son-in-law and grandchildren were coming in, but they got sick and couldn't. So we did see one baby. We saw our son Jordan, but we didn't get to see the rest of the babies. But anyway, Christmas was still nice. Okay, here is a tag that I put a die cut on that says "Cherish Every Day." I wrote on the back side of the tag, and it says, "Don't let the expectations of others get under your skin. You are entitled to also do what you want to do." And that was done on December the 17th. And it says, "Keep the joy and let go of the anger. Be happy where you are." And here's a little stamp that it's an Elizabeth Craft Designs stamp that I stamped and colored. And here's some corrugated cardboard left over from when I did my All-to-New Level 1 challenge, and I just swapped some paint on it. I played with stamps and embossing powders here, and this was, I believe that's a Tim Holtz star that I cut out on some, oh, what is that stuff called? It's not Kraft-Tex, but it's a Sizzix product that you can then peel and glue and do all kinds of fun things with. Here is, let's see, some of these pages are really thick. So here is a Christmas spread. These were left over from my little Christmas envelope journal that I made. I got the kit from Lollapalooza, and these were left over from making that journal, and it says, "'Tis the season and all is bright." I really liked, I had just done some random paintings, and here I had strips of things from my Christmas cards that I made left over, so I glued them down. Here is an experiment with my mink machine that I got for Christmas. My husband, bless his heart, he bought me a great big huge mink machine, and I was playing around with it, so I painted this page and then I glued this down. This was from, oh gosh, I can't even remember now what it was from. But it was, I had painted the original die cut and this seeped through, and so I used this after the paste dyed, and then ran it through my mink machine. And then over here I was just playing around, and it was in the middle of the night, so I wrote While the World Sleeps, and I've got lots of little glitter stars and drawings, and this little tuck spot right here that I had stamped a face on vellum as an experiment. This says Timeless Yesteryear. These are Tim Holtz little peoples. This looks like my little dog Dante and my little dog Daphne, and so I glued that in there. This is lots of random painting and stenciling and stamping and just having fun, and as you can see, I forgot to date it. This this is an experiment again with the vellum and some stamps, and this took forever and a day to dry. It was unbelievable how long it took to dry. But I colored and inked on and stamped on the back side of it, and it was a lot of fun. This is what is her name? Anna Griffin. This is an Anna Griffin journaling card, and it says, add to the mystique of your art by including the unexpected or odd. And that's kind of how I feel about my junk journaling. It's always odd. And here it says, to thine own self be true. And I've stamped the back, well, I inked the background with multiple colors of inks, and then I stamped with some music notes, and then I glued this lady in, and she can also be used as a tuck spot. And here I used another one of the Anna Griffin journaling cards, and it said, look for blooms even in the winter time. And again, I did some ink blending, some various random little ink drawings. These were some flowers left over from one of the courses in my Altenew education program. I was working on doing some watercolor, and those I didn't think really, they weren't up to what I needed them to be, so I glued them in here. And this side says, okay, so you got look for blooms even in the winter. They are the hidden gems of life. And that's kind of how I feel. The things that we're not really looking for kind of pop out and say, aha, look what's happening. Okay. This one, I used an Altenew cover die, and I made a stencil out of it. So I stenciled back here. Then I added another one of my book page flowers. These are Altenew butterflies. I backed them with vellum, or I laid vellum over the top of them. This is an Elizabeth Craft Designs little bird. I thought he was sweet. And then this was left over from an Altenew class I took with Carrie Ann. I don't know how to pronounce her name. It was a Zoom class when she was doing her level 3 challenge. That was left over from a test that I had done before the class, and so I cut it up and made a tag out of it. So here it says, a little bit of art every day along with prayer really helps to ground the soul and place your thoughts where they need to be. And then this is an Elizabeth Craft Designs tuck spot. And on the back it's a verse from Ephesians 6:12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And I did this on January the 29th of 2025, so I did remember to date that one. This, you've seen this before. I posted it on Facebook. I was getting ready to go to bed one night, and my eyes fell upon a little container of ink wedges, and I have had them for years, never been able to get them out of the containers to use them. And I looked at them and I thought, I'm going to try one more time and see if I can get one of those wedges out. Well, lo and behold, I did. So I pressed it in various ways on this page. Then I got another one out, and I pressed this way on this page. And then I sat here in the middle of the night, and I doodled all this stuff on there. I know there's going to be probably some things that I want to glue in there, but right now I just like looking at just that. So you don't have to fill a page up. You can just piddle around on it and just have fun with it. Okay, these are leftover inks that from where I was doing some painting, and so I used the inks in this page, these two pages. So kind of getting the spread ready to put stuff on. Here I used my Tim Holtz ink pad, and I pressed it on the page and let it dry, and then I did some doodling around. And I said, "Are you among the weeds?" And here's another weeds. "Rise above and soar to new heights." And there's a little butterfly on this page. And this was made from packaging that came in something I had ordered. Okay. And then here, more of that distress ink that I pressed onto the page and then doodled around. Can you hear the silence in your mind? Listen. Sometimes it's nice to just sit and listen, and we really forget to do that. This is a reminder to myself to just sit and listen. This page I did today, and if you see Creative Art Spark on Facebook, you will have seen this spread. I did some painting last night before my husband got home from work. I just did some random swarping, and then I put down some washi tapes. And this morning when I got up, I did some gluing and some drawing and some stenciling and some marking. So I stenciled this really cool face on here. I got this at Scrappy Shack in Sautee Nacoochee, Georgia. If you've never been there or can get there online, you've got to go and check out that store. It's scrappyshack.com and S-H-A-K. Scrappy, S-H-A-K. So I got this stencil there, and then this looked like a nose, so I hand drew a suggestion of a nose to take away from this. This was from Elizabeth Craft Designs. These little, and I just did some mark making in here, just doodling. These were some of the leftover paints that I had. And then I added some red in there, and that little pencil, Elizabeth Craft Designs. And then this one I did today. I did some stenciling. These I had already painted from when I did this, and I had reds left over. So I painted in here. I glued down this pocket. This has been minked with some pretty foil. This is a little die cut that I did with washi tape and cardstock. This is the punch outs, some stenciling. This is embossed. It's an Elizabeth Craft Designs stamp. Do what you love. Love what you do. And then just a few minutes ago, I did some stenciling, and I stamped this little girl from ECD. And that is all that I've got in my journal so far. But as you can, oh no, I've got this. This was a test that I did for my friend Barbie on how to inset vellum into a journal page. And so it's just kind of floating in that frame. But I believe that's all I've got in here. Just lots of pages waiting to be filled. It's a nice way to do a little bit of art and then go on about your day. Or, like I have done today, let's see, how many pages did I do today? I worked on this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So I worked on a whole bunch of pages today. I just kind of got on a roll and had lots of fun playing around. So anyway, that's my little art journal so far. I hope you've enjoyed it. And again, there's the difference in the two sizes. that I'd done this video earlier today, and then I've been playing in this art journal. So thank you for joining me today. I'm Jennifer from Creative Art Spark. I really appreciate you watching this video, and I hope that you will like my channel, subscribe to it, and come back and watch videos and comment often. Thank you so very much. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.